Welcome in on match day this morning. Michael Woodson, Baylor men's tennis coach. Coach, I appreciate you being with us with a big match coming up tonight. Congratulations on advancing to the semifinals of the ITA National Indoors.
Well, thanks, John, for having me. It's a pleasure to be here, and certainly excited for what's happened over the past week, and looking forward to another fun match tonight.
How about that? It is Texas coming up tonight, but let's go back to last week. You start the week, great win over Texas A&M. Wow, that's great. Great momentum, I would think, going into the ITAs. And then you beat UCF, a team that I think was undefeated going in, and that advances you to a matchup with Wake Forest here in Waco, the defending national champions, and you get the win over Wake. How about the week as a whole, wins over 3 top 10 teams?
Yeah, I mean, I could talk for a long time about each one of those wins and what it means to the program and to our guys, but put them all together, and what a special week. So much fun to be able to do it at home in front of our amazing fans and support staff and everybody that pours into these guys. It was really special, but really cool to see us, gain some momentum on Monday and then just build on it match after match. It was a lot of fun.
Atmosphere was really good, wasn't it, in the Hawkins Indoor facility?
Incredible. And so it started out on Monday night, and my wife had actually, thought, hey, the Hawkins Indoor, we're doing this blackout, for us, it's the same name as the city and Stranger Things, the show that's very popular. And so let's do a theme, Hawkins, let's turn Hawkins upside down. And so we made these really cool shirts. Again, credit to Vanessa and Jackie Haddock. I mean, amazing effort. And the students were fired up for that and just had an incredible turnout. And so that was a lot of fun, really amazing experience. And I think that gave all of our guys and our team a boost going into indoors. And then the momentum carried. Everybody had so much fun on Monday. Hey, let's do it again on Friday. Against a really, really good Central Florida team that already has wins over Southern Cal, Oklahoma, Florida, Florida State, Miami coming into our match. And so we did a great job there. And then that set up, obviously, the big one against Wake Forest, which turned out to be one of the best college matches I've ever been a part of.
Yeah. Wow. Tell us about that. 4-3 win over Wake Forest, defending national champions. I think they won the doubles point, right? And then y'all came back and beat them 4-3.
Yeah, we, they won last year. They won the National Indoor Championships and the Outdoor Championships. And, they were the clear favorite, I think, in this tournament coming in. I thought the doubles point was a point we had to have if we were going to beat them. And so it was a little disappointing to not take the doubles point. And then they got on top of us early in singles. They won 4 first sets out of the 6. And so it was looking pretty good for them. But credit to our guys. We got down pretty fast on courts 4, 5, and 6. And we hung around, like we talk about all the time. Our guys kept their hands in the fire, and they kept battling. Our fans, kept supporting, kept, pulling for our guys, just, to try to turn things around. And slowly but surely, each one of our guys started to gain some momentum. And the couple of guys that got up, Connor and Z, just did an amazing job of staying on top and closing their matches out. And even though we lost at 4 and 6, they made it really competitive and dragged the matches on late into the second sets. And I think that just kind of kept the pressure off of guys like Devin and Luke long enough to make their matches super relevant. And then next thing you know, we're 3-2 down, and Luke's getting towards the end of his third set. Devin is slightly behind, but getting to the end of his third set. And it looks like, man, if we're going to end up potentially in 2 tiebreakers here. There was a moment where Luke had match point in his breaker, and Devin was at match point on his opponent's serve, but deuce, and the guy hit a really good serve. And so Luke converted, that made it 3-3, but then Devin was now at 5-all. And so amazing atmosphere. I couldn't have been prouder of the way that our guys performed under pressure. They played to win. There was no, I think, dip from Wake Forest. I think our guys just really committed to their game and executed at a very high level. So right when we needed it, Luke and Devin delivered the goods.
Man, that is terrific. What a great win there. And it advances you to the semifinals, a matchup with, oh, look, it's Texas. Longtime rival Texas coming up tonight. How do you see that one this evening?
Oh, it's going to be fun. They're a really really good team as well. That's just now getting healthy. They had an absolute thriller with TCU. Just this whole triangle was a wild couple of days because Texas beat TCU 4-3 last match on. We beat Wake Forest 4-3 last match on, and then yesterday Wake Forest beat TCU 4-3 last match on, 7-6 in the third, and so. It was just very, very high level stuff and exciting matches, and so I know Texas is riding high as well from a big win over TCU, and they're a great program. And I think being in the Dallas area, I got to imagine we're going to have two really great crowds. It's going to be split right down the middle, Baylor and Texas. So they've got a really good roster, a very strong team. I would say, maybe they have a little bit more talent than us, but I think we have a little bit more experience than them. So it should be a really good contrast of, styles here.
Man, that's terrific. And you make the point, you and SMU, Baylor and SMU were hosting these ITA Indoors, and now you go to Dallas, to SMU for the semifinals and then the championship. You play Texas tonight, 6:30 there. And then who is in the other semifinal?
Ohio State and Virginia.
Okay. All right. And the two winners would meet tomorrow night. Is that right, for the championship?
The two, yes, it would be 6:30 tomorrow night as well, I believe.
Very good. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, too bad we couldn't have, everything here in Waco. Be nice to just continue that role, wouldn't it, at the Hawkins Indoor?
Oh, it's been so amazing to play at home, and I totally agree. But we talked about this when it happened. Hey, if we end up in the semifinals and we need to drive to Dallas, we're not going to be complaining. So I promised I wouldn't, and here we are. So it's a really good problem to have. I'm excited to be up here with the guys.
Man, that is great. Well, thanks very much for being on with us on a match day this morning, and good luck tonight. We'll be tuned in. Baylor and Texas semifinals coming up this evening. Coach Woodson, thank you very much.
Thanks, John. Sick 'em.